So welcome back to Calculus 1. We are looking at example number 4 from your worksheet here. This is from section 3, module 2 in that section. So here are your solutions. It's increasing, decreasing, and decreasing. So let's go ahead and see how we get those. Here's another question regarding the interpretation of a graph. So in figure 10, the point Q is going to stay fixed, meaning that it's going to stay where it is. And then the point P is going to move to the right along the curve toward Q. So P is moving in this direction. Okay? So we have to answer these three questions. The first one says the x-coordinate of P is doing what? Is it increasing, decreasing, staying constant, or none of these? Well, if you take a look, let's say this is P where it initially starts. So a lot of times we'll call it P naught. And then let's take a look at P1. So P naught moves to P1. And what I want you to notice between these two guys, it's not perfectly vertical, but you get the idea. What I want you to notice is that from x naught to x1, we've increased, right? So the x-coordinate is increasing. The x-increment from P to Q. Now, what does increment mean? That means the change. So what is the change of x doing? Okay. Well, if you notice, let's take the same guys here. So let's take let's go P2. Okay. So here's P0. Okay, so the question is what's happening to the increment. So the x increment from P to Q. Well, each of these is a change in x, but I think what this question is asking here is what's happening to the total distance, the incremental distance from P to Q. So if you notice, the total distance from P to Q was this large value. And then as we move to the next x, we get a smaller value, and then as we move to the next x, we get a smaller value. So the total distance, the total change is decreasing. The slope from P to Q. Well, initially the slope, and this is where it's nice to just draw these guys in. Okay, there's the initial slope. Here's the next slope. Here's the next slope. So the slope is also decreasing.